Hello everybody and welcome to episode 28 of my Minecraft tutorial, and today we're going to be building ourselves a little forge fireplace over here, and we're going to be looking at the anvil. So we're going to start working on the fireplace first, and to get this right we need to make sure that we have around these middle two need to be free basically. So let's put you here and then you there just as a marker. And obviously, as you can see, I've actually put a wall around the blacksmith here. I've done a bit of work on it off camera, not much. I actually was missing some stairs on this side. I've corrected that. And if you want to download this world and follow along, all the stuff that I have now, you will have in the world download. And you can do that and grab the copy yourself and try it out. So, obviously, I'm going to be building the forge using these bricks, and we're going to be making an anvil. We're going to be doing some repairing, naming and combining today using the anvil. The anvil was a new item added in Minecraft 1.4 designed to, more than anything, be able to repair items that contain enchantments on them. As before, you couldn't actually do that. You could repair items, but you couldn't save their enchantments. So, I've still got some more clay cooking up in here, but why don't we get started on the anvil forge right away? By making up these brick blocks here, and we'll begin to take some of this wall away, because we can just then put these blocks in here. Now how do I want to do this? Do I want to add another one over here maybe, and then another one over here? I don't want it to be massive, but I want it to be big enough. So if we could add that there maybe, and then add that there, bring it maybe across, sort of 3. Bricks go really quickly in this game. They're not the best resource to build with. By any stretch of the imagination, they're not very good to build with. I think it's kind of big, really. We don't need it to be that big. Obviously, I've still got my wall, so why don't we put these back and make it a bit smaller. So if we put that in there, we've sort of got this like shape now coming together. If I put that in the middle like that maybe, I don't know, let me think. I think it might look better if it was actually odd in size. So why don't we try that? This is a kind of a trial and error thing. There's no getting it right first time. You can use your pick to pick up the bricks if you decide you want to change the look of it. And I'll just put that like that. Let's get rid of these up here. These kind of look a bit redundant, just sat up here. That looks better. We're going to put some iron bars along the front here. Why don't we do that? Let's put you back where you belong. And I can actually make up some stairs, and we might put some stairs in. I can put some iron bars along the front, which is what we're going to do in a minute, and we're going to have a fire along the back here, and it'll go into this like little chimney stack. How would that look? Yeah, I'm liking that, especially now that we have a few extra bricks as well. We can work with a few more different things to make up some stairs. So let's go make up the stairs for the anvil forge here. And to make brick stairs, it's just the same as any old stair recipe, just the usual. We're going to need, I would say, around 8 maybe stairs. Let's put you here, you there. Let's put you here and you here. And then you here and you here. Yeah, I'm liking that. Why don't we try these two at the front? I think those would look better as slabs, if anything. So now we need to just dig this out. We're going to put cobble in here. So we can just pick that up and grab some cobble. I've got some cobble left somewhere. Here's some cobble. I don't want to use too many bricks, as I say, because they are a hard resource to come by. And we might need them in later projects. So we've got that. Now I've got my bed somewhere in a chest, so I'm just going to jump in the bed right here in the blacksmith room. And let's just close the door. So what do we need now? Iron bars, that was it. So we're going to make some iron bars for the front of the fireplace. To make iron bars, it's 6 iron ingots shaped in this way, 3 across, and then another 3 either above or below. And that will give you 16 iron bars. We're only going to need 3, but yeah, I have a few extra if I decide I want them. And we're just going to put them across like that. I think that looks pretty cool, and we can have a fire back here. We don't have the material for fire yet. That material is netherrack, so it burns forever. We don't actually have that material. We need to go to the nether for that, so it's not going to have any fire in it just yet, but I'll add some in later. So why don't we just add the slabs. We can just add a few slabs onto the front here, and while we're in here we will also make the anvil now as well. So let's see, let's just make some brick blocks. I'm going to need 3 brick blocks and then bring them across to make the slabs. And we're also going to make the anvil now as well. So to make the anvil, you're first going to need 3 blocks of iron, and they are crafted using 9 iron ingots. Now if you drop this back in, you can get your 9 iron ingots back, so it's a great way of compacting your storage if you have a lot of resources. And in the next update we will have the elusive block of redstone, so we can store all our redstone at last, because it kind of gets everywhere. And then to make the anvil, now I've made 3 of these blocks. You just need to put 3 across the top, 1 iron ingot in the middle and 3 at the bottom, and that will give you an anvil. And we can use this anvil, as I say, to repair, name and combine items. So if I just take that, and we'll get our slabs out now as well. We might as well finish the fireplace off here and put these down. I like that. I actually like that. We could even try putting some slabs up here, see what kind of effect this gives off. Wow, yeah, that actually looks pretty neat. I could even actually put like a little item frame up there eventually with maybe a sword in it or something to indicate that it's an anvil forge. So, now we have actually completely finished everything we need to do with the fireplace apart from the fire, but we can't get that yet. So now we've got the anvil in our hand, we can just right click to pop it down. There it is, that's your anvil. You can pick it up with a pick, but we don't need to move it. And if you right click on it, you've got this GUI presented to you here. We have repair and name, and this little hammer. This means that we can repair items in here and we can name items in here. So now you may be wondering, well, I don't have a lot of items on me. Well, actually I do. They're in a chest in the blacksmith. We've got a random assortment of different items here that I've got. We've got a really broken pick, we've got a new pick, got a couple of swords, we've got a really good diamond pickaxe, we've got a couple of axes. This diamond axe I actually created, and then I went to see a villager. If you remember a few episodes back, we've seen a villager who was offering this in return for 3 emeralds and the diamond axe. I snagged it and I got this off this guy, and I've got a cool diamond axe here. I'm hoping that if I can get sharpness off one of these books, which we're going to look at in a minute, enchanted books, we can combine it with this diamond axe to actually get ourselves a versatile weapon that is not a sword. So, okay. I have 25 levels to spend. I might alter this actually, it kind of looks a bit bulky. I don't know, we'll see how things go. So the first thing that we're going to look at is its repair feature. So I've got this really beaten up efficiency 1 iron pickaxe. So if I drop that in and drop a brand new pickaxe in, it's going to cost me 6 levels to repair that, and it's based off the enchantment level system. So if I swap them around, however, it's only going to cost me 4 levels to do that. So this is how you repair items. You need to put a brand new item in there. It doesn't matter if it's enchanted or not. I hear creatures. I think there's a cave under me, which is kind of causing a bit of a noise. But always try and get the broken item second. It generally is cheaper. I think it's always cheaper. So this costs 4 levels for efficiency 2 iron pickaxe fully repaired. I think I would take that. So now we have an efficiency 2 iron pickaxe. You can also repair items using their base material. So for iron, it will be an iron ingot, and it would cost me 1 level to bring this up, but 2 levels to make it fully repaired. I could just make a new one for nothing, so that's not really worth it. But if you need it in a pinch, you can actually use these base materials. So for wood, it would be a wooden plank. For stone, it would be cobblestone. For iron, it would be an iron ingot. For gold, it would be a gold ingot. And for diamond, it would be a diamond that you would need for that feature to be enabled there. So we can also combine fully repaired items. So this would cost me 8 levels to do it this way, but it would be more expensive if I was to do it the other way. But yeah, so that's how you combine fully repaired items. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably save myself some levels and do the sword, so you can combine 2 swords. They've just got the same enchantment on it, and for 4 levels it would cost me, for 4 levels I would get a sharpness 2 sword. So I think that's a pretty nifty deal. So we'll snag that, and we've obviously used up our remaining experience. Now we're going to look at its naming feature. I'm actually going to use, I think, why don't we use my bow? We can use my sort of beaten up bow. So to name this item, it's going to cost me 9 levels. So why don't we just call this Huntsman's Bow. So if I was to name that, it would become this Huntsman's Bow with power 1, and it cost me 9 levels. Now you may be wondering, well, why would I want to name it? I could understand it in custom maps, but why would I want to do it in vanilla? Well, there is the option that if I enchant this bow, which is what we're going to do in a minute, and then I go and combine it, it will be cheaper than just combining 2 normal power 1 bows. So you kind of save a bit of cost by naming them early on. So let's grab you. I've got 8 levels left, and here is something that happens to anvils after a while. They begin to get damaged. So obviously I've just done the Huntsman's Bow. You get the little tooltip, and we're going to look at repairing that and hopefully bringing that to a power 2 bow in a minute. So after a while you can get this thing where the anvil begins to break. It's first so slightly damaged like this, then it goes really damaged, and then it breaks. So you're going to have to craft a new one. I don't use these a lot typically, so it's probably going to last a long time while I'm here. But yeah, that's kind of what happens to anvils if you use them a lot. Typically I think you can get around 20 uses out of them before they break. So just be careful with them. So now we're going to head up to our wizard's tower here. And we're actually going to do some more enchanting using the remaining 8 levels that we have. By going up here. And first I just want to drop a level 1 on this bow, if we can get a level 1. Power 1, so we'll be able to combine that hopefully later. And then we also want to do some enchantments on some books. So why don't we just add some books, because we can now, as of 1.4.6, actually make these enchanted books and then combine them with items in the anvil to actually enchant items. So let's see what we get here. We've got efficiency, so you could use that on anything that really digs. So this iron shovel, for example, or this iron pickaxe, you could use efficiency on. You could have got another power there if we decide we want to enchant another bow. We've got 5 levels left. Why don't we just go and spend all 5, and we got unbreaking. So unbreaking would be really handy for that diamond axe wherever it's left, or maybe on a piece of armor, but my armor is almost all busted out, so I don't really want to waste a lot on armor right now. But we've got no levels left, so we're going to actually have to go and collect some experience. But we've got these 3 enchanted books, so what we're going to do is we're going to collect some experience, and then we will finish the job. So what we need to do for that is we need to go out and hunt some monsters, and obviously they're going to spawn at night time. So at night time we will go out and we will wreak some havoc in the local area, and we'll upset the townspeople, shall we say. So let's just put a few of these things away now that we're done with. So these enchanted books can go away for now. The walls we're done with. These axes. I don't want to risk my pickaxe in case I die. The iron ingot, put the book away. Put you as backup. I've got a sharpness 2 sword now. So that should kill most things very quickly. I'm going to put that diamond axe away. I don't want to risk that either. And yeah, so yeah, I think we're pretty set to go. But before we go, we need to have a rough idea of how many levels it's going to cost us to, say, repair the Huntsman's Bow. That's going to cost me 10 levels to repair that. But if I put the fully unbroken item, it's only going to cost me 6. So we're going to need 6 levels, and then I imagine it's going to be around maybe another 6 for one of these books. Shall we just go with efficiency on... Well, then let's go with unbreaking. That's already got unbreaking on it. But this iron axe hasn't, so why don't we add unbreaking onto this? And this might seem like a bit of a waste from a perspective, but this is just for the tutorial. I probably normally wouldn't do this. So that's going to cost me 3. So we need 9 levels off the monsters. Now that's more than achievable, really. I don't think it's going to take us that long either, so I'm going to leave it on camera. So we're going to need 9 levels in total. I'll just drop this iron off. I want the bow, actually. I want to keep the bow, keep that handy. Keep everything that we need really available to us. And we'll go out and we'll just kill a few monsters and get 9 levels. And then we'll finish the job with the anvil. And then we'll go, and probably in the next episode I imagine we'll go do something else. Might do something, I wouldn't say dungeony based, but we'll do something adventure-y. So we've done a lot of building projects lately, obviously the wizard's tower and the blacksmith. We've done a lot of building projects. Now you can acquire experience in a number of ways, more than just killing monsters. You could acquire experience from ores, killing sort of neutral animals, smelting different items. You may have noticed earlier when I actually got experience from the bricks. You can get experience from all of those different things. So there's more than just killing monsters. If you like to play on peaceful mode, then you do have another option there. 3 there, and we've got some experience. So let's see what things begin to spawn now. It's a good idea to, as I say, from the combat techniques video, just move around, see what you can see. There's going to be plenty of monsters around tonight. I know I'm not a big fan of trying to get creepers over other monsters. I prefer zombies and skeletons and stuff, because creepers can be a tricky mob to deal with. I'm not going to try and go for him now. Too much of a risk. We can always pick off creepers using our bow if we decide that we want to do that, and often picking off skeletons with a bow can be a good idea as well. Oops, I don't know what happened there. So we can go down here for our experience. Maybe acquiring 9 levels is going to be slightly harder than I had initially anticipated. There doesn't seem to be a lot of monsters out tonight. Wow, 2 hits and we finished the job with that guy. I think with crits you can actually get 2 hits on most of these mobs. With 2 hits you can crit them and kill them outright. So why don't we grab that creeper. Got some spiders over here. Spiders always seem to hit you. You can never seem to get away with spiders. There we are, got 3 levels. That is enough to show you the bow. No, it's not. It's the book one, wasn't it, that we looked at. Just being wary of that Enderman. I don't want to fool around with him. And now I'm all out of arrows. You haven't got a magic bow, so you're not too much of a threat. So we've got 5. That's a start. Let's keep going. Stay still, by the way, when skeletons attempt to shoot at you. If you stay still, typically they tend to miss. I tend to notice that. They attempt to miss an awful lot more than they actually can shoot you. Get out of here. Hey, Enderman. I won't mess with you, dude. So this has kind of turned into a longer episode than I initially anticipated, but still, fighting monsters, right? It's Better than just sitting there and just showing you all about the anvil. Get a bit of action in there. That's obviously going to go down into its own cave system. Whoa, a lot of creepers over there. I'm not a fan of that. If I get rid of that creeper over there, then we've just got a couple of spiders here. Oh, 7 levels. That's something, I guess. 7 levels. Got another spider over here, so why don't we lure him over? I imagine, yeah, armor's beginning to get really damaged now. I'm going to need a new set of iron armor soon. But I imagine that there will be some armor nearby. I got another skelly dude. Somebody's in the water over there. Oh, and of course, naturally, I'm just about all out of everything. Well, they're fighting each other. Oh, you have an enchanted chestplate. Will you drop it, sir? Oh, he dropped these boots. We got some golden boots out of that guy. That's better than nothing. Well, that's 9 levels, so we got the levels we needed, but why don't we stay up a bit? Carry on doing a few different things. We might as well. Being as we're now out, it makes more sense. Zombie villager. He dropped his bow, not enchanted. Never mind. I'll patch in these holes later. I have a ton of dirt over at the farm, so I'm not worried about that. Handy thing when there's a lot of zombies around. You can just get the skeleton to shoot them instead. So we seem to be doing quite well in terms of random loot. Oh, you little... You just see him dodge that arrow. Like you know it all. Little scamp. See some food here. Wow, my sword is almost gone. I might repair it with another sword. Finding all sorts of uses for the anvil. So we are getting a lot of levels now. Staying up was worth it. Come on, that is asking for it. Let's get rid of you. 15 levels. I'm getting quite a fan of this. I don't do a lot of combat outside hardcore Let's Plays. I'm not big on it really, because I do a lot of it in the Let's Plays, so I'm not a big fan of it. I prefer to play offline creative and stuff. That's it, shoot the zombie. Let's kill you now. Why not? I think that's about it now. I think everybody's going to be going soon. It is getting towards daytime now, so why don't we just kill this guy. And he will be our last victim for tonight, I think. So if we go inside, let's get some rest. And let's finish all the anvil stuff. So why don't we add some stuff on here? Efficiency, unbreaking. Let's just bring all the books. I said I was going to do that axe, wasn't I? We've got the power 1 bow. There is a spider, I think, on my roof. I don't know whether it's hostile at me now or not. Get rid of him anyhow. So if we go in here to the anvil, we've got the Huntsman's bow and the better bow, 6 levels versus 10. Definitely going to go for the 6. Got a neat power 2 bow. We lost the name on it, but that's okay. We got power 2. Why don't we try adding unbreaking to this? How much would that cost? Because you can now add unbreaking to swords. How much would it cost to repair it first with something else? Let's see about that before we do the book. Let's see how much that would cost. Let's see if we made, say, another iron sword. I have a stick. Where's my iron? I have some somewhere. Iron. Let's make another iron sword up. I mean, I could just repair it outright. But then I'd lose the enchantment on it, and I don't really want to lose the enchantment on it, to be honest. If I put the fully repaired iron sword in it, and then this one, that would cost me 7 levels. I don't think I'm going to get the book on it as well. That would be unlikely. So why don't we add the unbreaking onto the axe without the unbreaking. So this is how you combine them with the book for 3 levels. If you would name it, it would cost 10. I don't think we really need to name it. I would only really name stuff like diamond tools that are really, really good, like my diamond pick, to save it as it gets towards the end of its life. And we will do that in the future, but for right now it's fine. But there you go. Iron axe with an enchanted book of unbreaking 1 gives you efficiency 1, unbreaking 1. So if I take that, I now have 2 of these. I don't think you could combine these. Oh, you could, but it would cost 14 levels. And really, for an iron, I wouldn't waste that much levels on that unless I had a grinder. Then I wouldn't mind so much. But yeah, that is the anvil in a nutshell. So we've done some anvil and some combat. We built the forge here. I will return once we've been to the nether and add the fire in. That's pretty much it. We've covered it all now in terms of anvils. That's what you can do. I've shown you the naming feature, I've shown you the combining feature, and I've shown you the repairing feature. So that's what the anvil can do. Hopefully it will be useful for you. As I say, you can download this world and you'll have everything that I have now. I might put an item frame up here at some point with maybe a broken old sword in it or something, just to give it that bit more effect. But I think that is pretty much it, really. There's not a lot more to say with the anvil. That's about it. So I think in the next episode we might do... oh, I know what I want to do in the next episode, actually. I want to do a very short tutorial next time, cobblestone generators, because I always find I'm needing cobblestone in this world constantly, and I have to keep going in caves and finding it all the time and trying to mine loads of it out. So we're actually going to build a cobblestone generator, probably over here in the smithy. And we will build ourselves a cobblestone generator. Then I think after that we will probably do something more adventure-y. I'm thinking ravines. Then we'll go and do ravines after that. Because then ravines kind of leads nicely into the underground generated structures, so stuff like mine shafts, strongholds, etc. So, as I say, I am holding off on the nether until 1.5 if I can help it. Depends how things go. You might not be seeing this tutorial until 1.5, but then it won't affect it. But I'm trying to hold off on doing nether stuff till 1.5, because it can become quite difficult with having to go into new areas of the nether. So I don't really want to go and do that just yet, but we'll see how we go. We've got plenty of overworld stuff still left to do and have fun with yet. We've just only really scratched the surface. But up to now, I think we've done a lot. I'm beginning to like this little towny area here that we're beginning to sort of get established. I still need to finish the road and stuff up to the Wizard's Tower and back round to the farm, which is part of the reason why I need cobblestone, which is why I want a cobblestone generator. So that's what we're going to do in the next episode. For now, that's pretty much it, really. The next tutorial's probably going to be very short. I can't imagine that we're going to have to spend very long doing that. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this one, of course, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial. I'm just going to get sorted out here, and I'll hopefully see you in the next episode. So until then, guys, see you later, and have a good day.